Okay, now we can go. What's up, everyone? My name is Void, and today I'm gonna be clicking around the Happy Meat Farms ARG, I think it's called. I'm not the best with the terminology for this stuff. Also, before I get started, I know the Happy Meat Farms is not technically a analog horror thing. However, I'm including it as such because I can. Sure, I don't know. So, with that being said, I'm going to click around the website, and also another warning, I'm not going to, find all the passwords to all the things properly, because God knows that would take me forever. So I have them written down here. So we're gonna just click through and see what happens. Because number one, I love horror ARGs, and number two, this looks really fun. So yeah, let's do it. I'm also gonna do my best to reply to the stream chat room, but I also can't properly see it, because you know what? I'll be completely real with y'all. In terms of tech and setting up streams and specifically software related stuff, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea. So, with that being said, let's do the thing, I guess. Here we go. I'm actually kind of excited for this because it seemed really cool. So, let's see, video number 1.
Welcome to Happy Meat Farms, where we believe in a happier, humane future. There's nothing better than a delicious prime rib steak or a steamy chicken cooked to perfection. But do you really know where you're getting your meat? Nowadays, there's so many factory farms that cram hundreds of animals into tight, unlivable spaces. And most animals are being genetically modified to produce as much meat as possible, but at the cost of giving the animals a painful life. After seeing the horrors of the meat industry, we founded Happy Meat Farms in 1998 with one goal in mind: finding a more humane solution to farming. And that solution was to raise these animals the same way they're raised in nature, the way God intended. Our animals spend their days in wide open fields outside, where they're able to roam and be free. We raise our animals 100% naturally, with no GMOs or chemicals added. We believe that the best meat comes from the happiest animals, even if that means giving up profits. Together, we can build a better future for today, tomorrow, and the next day. Because when we work together, we can solve any problem. And to us, problems are just future solutions, waiting to be solved. By the trusted hands at Happy Meat Farms, a company that you can trust. To bring you a happier, healthier, and most importantly, more humane future.
What the hell was that pause?
For your friends, family, and community. Welcome to the new world. Available in grocery stores across the world.
Okay, so we're already getting into that horror aspect, I think. Yeah, I don't have headphones, so I'm just sorry I didn't realize sooner, but I'm probably just gonna have to mute my mic while I'm listening to these things. So hopefully that doesn't mess everything up too much. I'm all okay, and I'll be honest with you, I know a tiny itty bitty bit going into this, what it is, but I don't really know. Hello, yes, hi, long time no see. Finally back doing horror ARGs. Oh, also forgot to mention, for anyone, because anyone not on stream, so when this gets posted on YouTube, I am pretty sure there is some body horror gore stuff in this, so trigger warning for that. But yeah, I'm already excited. This is already fun. So let's... Oh, actually, it's perfect that I have somebody here in the chat. How legible is the smaller writing on the page? Because it looks kind of jank to me on my thing, so hopefully it's not too bad, but I will be reading through it. Also, I love that she started, or not she started with, but like in the video it was like, ah yes, the way God intended. I don't know why, I've always just like found that kind of funny. Appreciating ARGs the way God intended. Good stuff. Okay, so. Yeah, okay, I was thinking so. I don't know if I can fix that, so I think I'll just stick to reading it. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna read through all this stuff. Farm you can trust. We don't see problems as problems. We see problems as future solutions. Happy Meat Farms is dedicated to making the healthiest, most humane, meat-based products on the market. Where others cut corners to make a profit, we strive to innovate and revolutionize the farming process. Experience tomorrow's future today. And I mean, like, honestly, okay, and this is, I've seen, like, a couple other ARGs before, but I've never, like, actually done, like, clicking through the website and stuff. The amount of dedication and the attention to detail that went into this, I am astounded. This is really cool. Oh, also, because I know if this is, like, kind of blurry, this is probably not going to be legible, but it says on the website itself, all of this is fictitious, so I'm not, just before anyone says anything, I'm not actually, like, fucking with a company or something. This is what it is. Anyway. Okay, about us. Learn about our history, where we came from, where we're going. I mean, I guess I could read more. Oh, yeah, let's see about us. Oh, also, actually, before I move on from this page, against libel case. Okay, maybe I should read this on the side. Okay, so what I was going to talk about was these two links here. This one links to like a conspiracy, or I'm going to call it a conspiracy for lack of a better word. Conspiracy about like the SpongeBob, I think, Goofy Goober episode. And this one was like, the title of the video was All Cartoons Are for Kids. And I was like, I don't think that's true, but okay. So that's what those links are. I'm not going to be clicking on them, but yeah. Support the community, yeah. R&D department expanded. Since 2014, HMF Incorporated has put a heavy emphasis on their R&D department. We're happy to announce that we'll be expanding the department into 2 new facilities. Woohoo! Libel case. HMF Inc. is happy to announce that after a lengthy lawsuit, several of the so-called journalist publications, journalist in quotes, by the way, that have libeled our company have retracted their stories and paid large fees for their lies. Fascinating. Fascinating. Oh my god, I'm already in love with this. This is so well done. Happy Meat Farms was founded in 1998 when Ramona Bynes, I'm guessing, inherited a plot of land in Florida. Being an animal lover her whole life, she was always disgusted by the mistreatment and animal cruelty in the food industry. Ramona made it her life's mission to create a farm that gave animals the best quality of life and to spread that farm into a worldwide phenomenon. Now, okay, one of the things I'm going to touch on is I know this is a horror ARG. I know this is going to get weird pretty fast, honestly, after we get through the surface level stuff, because that's usually how it goes. However, I am going to touch on this because this is, if you go check my TikTok, well, I don't know if you can see the comments that I leave on like every single video that I've ever left a comment on, but there was a video recently about, it was one of those ones where it's like, what's a conspiracy that you think is true? And in the comments, one of the things was like, it started like somebody said something about like PETA, right? Yes, like the animal. I don't really know what they do, but the last thing I remember hearing about them was that they released lobsters into the Mississippi River. For anyone who doesn't see the problem with that, lobsters are saltwater creatures, and the Mississippi, as far as I'm aware, is not saltwater, so there's that. But in the comments of that video, or in the comments under that, like in the replies under that, there were a few people talking about like veganism and vegetarianism. And so I do just want to say, I actually do agree with the disgust and with the disgust of the food industry currently. Just want to say, you know what? I'll read those comments that I left later. But yeah, okay. Enough of me getting on a tangent. I just kind of wanted to say, yeah, I do think in reality, I realize this is not what it actually is. But in reality, we gotta fix that shit, guys. Anyway, moving on back to the ARG. Wasn't an easy journey competing with name brand farms, and in 2014, Happy Meat Farms nearly went bankrupt. Ooh. It wasn't until Ramona found a new partner that things turned around. Happy Meat Farms expanded in a new, innovative direction, becoming the company you know and love today. Okay, this is actually kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I'm already having fun. And it hasn't even gotten to the horror stuff yet. Our company puts people before anything. Can I? It's not a touch screen, so I can't really zoom. Can I? Hang on. No. Was that visible? Oh, I don't think it is. Hang on. How do I zoom? There. How does that look? Better? Okay, that should be hopefully less blurry, and hopefully that doesn't mess too much with the pages, but hopefully that's a little bit more legible for everyone. I kind of forgot that I could do that. Is that visible when I do that? I don't... No, it's not. Okay, nice. Love that for me. Anyway, our company puts people before anything. Every decision we make is for the good of our employees and livestock. That's why HMF Incorporated has expanded beyond just farming and opened the door to work with other companies. Nice. Love how it says animal treatment and then it shows a picture of like fucking lettuce or something. It like that's clearly not an animal. While some farms will keep their animals in tight, unlivable spaces, we give our animals plenty of open spaces outdoors to roam and explore. All of our livestock are 100% organic, using no genetic modification or growth supplements. We believe the best meat comes straight from nature. I concur. Love the related photo. Anyway, I know technically you should do it like that, but I'm doing it this way. HMF Entertainment, a media branch of our company called HMF Entertainment, was formed in 2018 to create commercials, funny videos, animated kids shows, movies, and more. Whoa, whoa. Hang on. No, that's like so much, dude. What do you mean? Ooh, hang on. Yay. Okay, cool. Awesome. Oh, hey, I found a better place for the chat to go so I can see it a little better now. Nice. But like, okay. And I'm going to be talking about this like it's a real thing, cuz this is how I like engaging with content, is pretending it's real, cuz then you can, find out more stuff about it and it's more fun. That is so, what do you mean and more? That's already like so much. Like, I get the commercials and funny videos for a corporate entity like this. Animated kids shows, movies, and more? Like, what? That, I don't know. I don't know why I find that so fascinating and off-putting at the same time. Anyway, we're giving artists around the world their first chance to make it in the business. Oh, we've given artists around the world, sorry. Huh. Fair enough. Okay, safety. Safety is our number one priority, both for our employees and the animals raised here. Every employee that operates our equipment will be trained by professionals. Health insurance is provided for all employees in the company. Good. Actually, that's another thing. Health insurance shouldn't be tied to your job. Just saying, it should be a social safety net thing. Anyway. Products and services. We're going to ignore that because I didn't put the political tag on this, so really don't think healthcare should be political, but that's not the point. see how Happy Meat Farms is shaping a new world in the meat industry. I'm going to go on a lot of tangents, I can already tell. Organic products. Every product Happy Meat Farms creates is 100% organic with no preservatives or GMOs. We believe the best meat comes from nature itself, and adding chemicals to that only makes things worse. I agree. Our mission from the start hasn't changed. We want a better future for both animals and people. Okay, honestly, like on the surface level, before it actually gets into like any of the horror stuff and, you know, like the reason it's, you know, a ARG, like a horror ARG and whatever, I really wish a company would actually like do this. I'm sure there are companies that do, but okay, and actually, no, I am going to go on a tangent about this. Because no preservatives or GMO, we believe the best meat comes from nature and better future for both animals and people. Okay, here's my thing. When I was in high school still, and I was taking a biotech class, we had to do, every week we had to do like a presentation on some like new tech that was coming about, right? And I remember a couple of the other girls in my class did a presentation on lab-grown meat, right? Where literally you take a skin sample, like non-invasive, you take a skin sample from whatever animal it is, we'll say a cow, because that's the one I remember seeing on here. So like you take a non-invasive skin sample from a cow, and then you put those cells, obviously the process is a little bit more complicated than this, but you put the cells in a petri dish, you let the cells replicate the same way that they would replicate if it was on the organism, because obviously our cells replicate anyway. Fun fact, you get you get new skin, an entirely new set of cells every 7 years. So yeah. But like if we let the cells replicate the way they would, you can get, I don't think they've made like straight up steaks yet, but they have been able to make like ground beef, not like ground beef, but you know, like the beef that's kind of like stringy and whatever. They've made that. I don't know. Maybe that is ground beef. I don't actually know. I'm not 100% up on the terminology. But like they have made beef products and pork products and chicken products from that. And I'm like, that would be so cool because number one, it's non-invasive skin samples and it doesn't hurt them because it's really not that hard to get skin cells. They just kind of fall off willy-nilly, if I'm being honest. So you would need less animals because you only need the skin cells. You could, with having less animals, you can give them more space. The only thing is I think we would need to pass legislation because I know how real world corporations work. They would do exactly what's happening here, add preservatives and GMOs and like addictive chemicals and hormones to make people want to buy that meat instead of other meat because I know how this country works. So like we'd have to pass legislation saying, hey, you cannot do those things. You cannot add all of this unnecessary shit to the meat. But I personally, I think lab-grown meat is the way to go. I do. Assuming, again, we pass legislation where they can't modify it with other stuff. But otherwise, it's literally just, instead of the cells replicating on the cow, they're just replicating in a petri dish. I'm good with that. I'm so good with that. Anyway, back to the thing. This just reminded me of that, and that's been like one of my favorite topics for years. Logistics. Making the meat is only one step of our process. Delivering the meat to your local grocery stores is just as important to us. We have an elite team of drivers that ship our products around the world. If it's not Happy Meat Farms meat, then it's not real meat. I don't know if that's true. It could still be real meat. It could just be like not the best. Anyway, moving on. There was something else I was going to say, but I just was like, oh, I'll read it anyway, and then I'll say it after, and now I don't remember what I was going to say. As I do. Anyway, equipment. We only use the best state-of-the-art equipment at our facilities. Our priority isn't just productivity. We want to ensure the safety of all our employees. All our machinery is built right here in the USA because we believe the best hands are still in reading is hard. Because we believe the best hands are still the ones right at home. We're constantly improving ourselves and archiving the past? Yeah, archiving the past. Okay, yeah, honestly, yeah, sure. My only thing is ignoring the current stuff. Do we even have the natural resources or the infrastructure to build all of the machinery in the USA? Like in reality, I don't think that's possible. I don't know if we have the infrastructure to do that. I don't know if that's possible. Anyway, research and development. Our R&D department is on the cutting edge of science, discovering new ways to efficiently create our products in a safe and humane way. Together, we have revolutionized the way people think about meat. Yeah, sure. Good with that. I find this fascinating that like they have a contact page. I didn't really do a ton of research into it, but like, can you actually, I'm not gonna, oh yeah, just make them all red. Okay. I am fascinated by this. Who does this go to? Don't know. Anyway, this is the page that I was excited for. So, hang on, I need to mute my mic for like 2 seconds. Wait a minute. Answer before I do that. Answer in case anybody doesn't know, or honestly just in the future. I recently had the cocoa virus again. Sucks to be me, I guess. So I'm still not fully recovered. You can probably still hear it a little bit in my voice, but yeah. So I'm gonna mute my mic for a second. Okay, much better. There we go. Okay, now let's see what we have here in oh, this is what I'm excited for, BT dubs. This is where it gets fun, because I have the passwords. I feel like a hacker, which is funny because I literally went to a cybersecurity camp where they taught us how to hack, and I still have no idea how the hell people actually do that. So anyway, I was gonna say something and then I realized that I literally know basically nothing about coding, so I don't even know if that's like a valid statement, so I'm just not gonna say it. Honestly, that's probably a lesson we could all learn. If you don't know what you're talking about, don't talk about it. Welcome to the Happy Meat Farms family. Happy Meat Farms is a growing community that is continually expanding and adding more people to its collective. Current HMF employees can access our employee portal by clicking the link below. Oh, a unique code. Fascinating. I don't know if it's... Well, I mean, I guess they can say whatever the hell they want, but that doesn't actually have to be how it works. Anyway, let's see if this works. Okay, so the first one for the main employee page is ZX159. This is one of the few streams I actually did research for, guys. G. Okay. Hopefully I did that right. I think I did. Whoa! Okay, cool. Nice. Let's go. Ah, man. Yeah, it is messing up the page a little bit. Hang on, I'm gonna zoom out. That reminds me of one of the things. Zoom out! Oh, God. What did I just hear? Okay, I'm gonna... Actually, okay, this isn't a game, it's a website. Sorry, I totally should have said that. If anybody wants to follow along, just Google Happy Meat Farms and it should come up like with the website. But I think there is like an actual way to find the passwords, because like I was looking through gonna tell on myself here, but I was looking through Reddit to figure out like what the hell was going on. And they made a few people were making comments about like, oh, I found some of the passwords like in the descriptions of some of the creators. I think his name is Alex Bale, I think. But like in some of his other videos, they found like some of the passwords there, or like in the videos that are like on the website itself. That like if you're paying close enough attention, I guess they should be there. But yes, if you guys want to follow along, it is a free website. So Google Happy Meat Farms and it should be one of the first things to pop up. Yeah, really quick. I'm gonna move that there. And then, hang on. Okay, we're gonna move that there. Nice. And then we're gonna zoom out a little bit so we can see this a little better. Okay, nice. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to read the stuff on this page, but that's okay. So yeah, I guess the answer is you can find the passwords. God knows I do not have enough attention to detail to do that. Whoa. Okay, they have an actual calendar. Can you click on... Is there anything in the calendar? I wonder. Okay, no, you'd have to go month by month. I kind of want to go back. It was in like 2020 when this was made. So. Oh. Found a secret. It's not really a secret. It's very easily findable on the calendar. Okay, Sunday, January 2nd, 2022. This is a day where we can embrace the anniversary of Happy Meat Farms, acquiring new partner back in 2014, embracing the future. Fascinating. Okay, yeah, so that was the 2nd. Okay. Ooh. Employees must have a checkup to see if their well-being meets the HMF minimum standards of health. Fascinating. I'm like honestly astounded that like I didn't actually think anything was going to be in the calendars. But like it is. That's so cool. The attention to detail is crazy. Okay, all employees must submit to a lie detector test. This is a standard procedure to check up on the employee's state of mind and see if they're hiding anything. HMF does this because we care. Okay. Now we're getting into the little bit of the... And I haven't even read, like, anything else on the page yet. Like, this... Can you guys see that picture over here? Can you make out what that is? I want to... Hang on. I need... Okay. Can I not zoom, dude? Okay. God, you can't really... Yeah, it's like cows in a ring. And they're all hooked up to... Those look like feeding tubes, but even I can't really make it out. Oh, that's kind of freaky. Okay, no, hang on. Before I go more into the calendar, I'm reading that really quick. Okay, recent fake news. As many of you know, HMF has been the target of many fake news attacks from the media and other sources. You know what? This actually reminds me of the, oh God, what is it called? It's The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. Yes, the book from yes, it was a book, but it was like a kind of journalistic expose of the meatpacking industry in the Industrial Revolution in America. Like, yes, the real actual thing. It's kind of weird talking about real stuff in conjunction with this, like knowing it's a fictitious company, because honestly, all the things I'm talking about, like the lab-grown meat, the expose of the meatpacking industry by Upton Sinclair in the Industrial Revolution, like it sounds just as bizarre and insane as this, but like it's reality. And it's funky. Human history is funky. I kind of love it. Anyway. And we're, and other media sources. Also, like, the fake news attacks. I don't know if y'all feel this too, like, in the current era, but anytime somebody says fake news, I'm like, is it really, though? Or is it just something you didn't like? That was true, but you just didn't like that they were saying it. That doesn't make it fake, it just makes you not like it. Anyway, moving on. So, I mean, that's kind of how I'm feeling about this, is like, they're saying fake news attacks, and I'm like, is it though? I don't know, man. So I'm already having weird vibes about this corpo. I say as if I don't have weird vibes about every corpo. We want you to know that these are all lies, and we're taking action against anyone who stands in our way. Fair. Leaked photo from inside the facility. You've probably seen this viral photo make the rounds on the internet. An employee broke their NDA and took a photo from the inside of our facility and posted it online. Clearly, the photo was taken out of context and is an attempt to smear HMF's good name. The employee in question has been dealt with, and the photo has been recontextualized. I don't think there's a context for this that would make it okay. Like, what the hell could you possibly be doing? Recontextualized. You might want to drop some hints on what that means, brother. Do I click on that? Maybe. Another fake news article redacted, June 16th, 2021. I am gonna look at these in the calendar, BT dubs. Ooh, what if I went back to the original? Hang on, I'm gonna open the original page again and see what, hang on. I'm gonna open the original page again and see. Yes, do that. Do that. July 9th, 2021, March 15th, 2020, and January 3rd, 2019. Okay, so I haven't gotten to any of those yet either. Because we're still October 2021. Okay. Switching back. We're back. Okay. Oh, I don't know why I'm so, like, on the calendar. I have no idea, but something's just like, look at the calendar. Look at the calendar, Void. So I am, I guess. Oh yeah, the lie detector test. Depends entirely on what kind of questions you ask him, brother. I have a feeling it's something about the leaked photos. Is that how you found? Well, no, because this would have been October 2021, and that happened in 2019. See if they're hiding anything. What are you hiding, HMF? Okay, let's see. Mandatory. Employees must meet with their supervisors to discuss their performance and how they can better contribute to the HMF team. Yeah, I guess employee evaluations aren't that out there. That's a pretty normal thing, I guess. Okay, let's go to, lots of stuff in 2021. HMF's 23rd anniversary. Yay. Cute. Oh. Did you pick Friday gonna try that again. Did you pick Friday the 13th on purpose, or was that just a fun little coinky dink? Also in 2021, yep. Huh. Because this was, yeah, July 9th, 2021. What does that say? Begun supporting the online community. Okay, so I'm fascinated that there's nothing here. Okay, I guess I'll be able to see it, so. Oop. Really? Nothing? We're gonna go back to 2014, because I'm already at 2017, so. Listen to my lovely mouse clicks. Really? Fascinating. I am absolutely fascinated by this. Okay. Today, is there anything scheduled for the near future? Damn, that's crazy. Oh, my birthday's gonna be on a Sunday next year. Nice. Okay. So I guess that's enough of me dicking around with the calendar. Let's see. Well, okay, I'll read this first. Welcome to the Happy Meat Farms team. Happy Meat Farms was founded in 1998 with the same values it shares today. We're so excited to have you as a part of our team and an extension of our values. The work at Happy Meat Farms may be difficult, but you'll be satisfied knowing you are a part of the new world. Okay, I am now going to mute my mic and play the video, so hopefully the audio doesn't double.
Hello, and welcome to the Happy Meat Farms team. If you're watching this video, it means you've made it through our very selective interview process. We recognize your value and are so thankful to have you with us. As a new employee at Happy Meat Farms, there's just a few things you need to know before you get started. Confidentiality. Confidentiality is one of the most important things to us at Happy Meat Farms. As you may already know, there's been many attempts to slander Happy.
Okay, no, wait a minute. That's already just a really weird way for you to go about talking about that. Anyway, continue.
One of the most important things to us at Happy Meat Farms. As you may already know, there's been many attempts to slander Happy Meat Farms' good name from different so-called journalism outlets. Fortunately, through various lawsuits, those reports have been redacted. To ensure our privacy is maintained, we'll be requiring
Actually, you know what? No, okay, hang on. I was gonna wait, but no. I wanna... That's actually insane. Okay, I don't think I'll be... Well, maybe if I zoom in. Let's try zooming in. Hang on. No, that's not what I wanted. Ugh, computer being weird. Okay, let's see. Why is it like this? Move... Hang on, I am struggling here. Yes, I can. Okay, I will... Actually, yeah, that's a really good idea. Ooh, yeah, okay. I have no idea what that hang on. I have literally no idea how to see what this looks like. Ooh, okay. That was a really good idea, thank you. Happy Meat Farms lies about cage-free farming. Internal documents and photos prove that Happy Meat Farms keeps animals in small indoor containment areas. The U.S. agriculture giant Happy Meat Farms... Agriculture giant? Fascinating. Happy Meat Farms has always claimed that all of their animals are kept in open spaces outside, never indoor factory cages. Recently released internal documents and photographs prove that the majority of the animals are, in fact, crammed into small cages inside of their facilities. Not only that, but all of the footage of animals used in their marketing was discovered to be royalty-free stock footage. Oh, shoot. The documents, some of which date back as far as 2014, also reveal how Happy Meat Farms opposed some third-party product testing in order to curtail the generation of data that might have worried regulators. Ooh, that's some tea. And in some of the internal emails, employees appear to joke about sharing worthless animals and hoping to stay, quote, out of jail. That does say sharing. Huh? Okay. I'm gonna go out of full screen for a second and see, could you see that? Did that show up as a full screen, or could only I see that? I have no idea. Unfortunately, I don't really have a way to check. Okay. Back to the full screen. In case you couldn't see it, I was reading the top left, so we're gonna go to the middle one now. Ooh, Modern Farm Today. Oh, the first one was Toxic America. Okay, Modern Farm Today. E. coli deaths linked to Happy Meat Farms. A new study has shown that numerous E. coli deaths around the U.S. are linked to products from U.S. agriculture giant Happy Meat Farms. This isn't the first time Happy Meat Farms has been accused of spreading diseases. Back in 2014, a study linked Happy Meat Farms products with an increase in cancer in women, but nothing definitive was ever found. Okay, I'm just gonna pause there for a second. That's kind of fucking whack. Like, honestly, I'm glad that they did put at the bottom of this that, like, everything about this is fictitious, because Jesus Christ, this sounds way too real to be comfortable. Actually, I think they added that in 2023, which I find that really funny. I don't know when this was made, though. I think it was, like, actually made. I don't know. I'm not going to say that because I don't actually know. But that's funny to me. Nothing definitive was ever found. In fairness, it is kind of hard to link that to, like, a specific product. Unless it's, like, really, really obvious. While Happy Meat Farms has always claimed they never genetically modify their animals, the links to E. coli seem to imply the opposite. In the genetic modification process, E. coli is actually used to clone the genetically modified DNA that is inserted into the cells of the animal. Okay, I'll be real, as a scientist, I don't know if that's actually how that works. I'll be real, I don't actually, honestly, I kind of want to do some research into that now and see if that's actually, like, how scientifically accurate are they being? Because in the genetic modification process, hang on, I'm in a small screen again so I can see what's going on. Oop. Yay, okay, it showed up in full screen. Nice, thank you, appreciate you. But, like, okay. From what I know about genetic modification, and this was another thing from my biotech class. Okay, I'm gonna leave my mic on and go check, because I totally just heard something. Hang on. Like, in real life, in my house. Hang on. Hello? Am I gonna get axe murdered? Is that just the birds? Oh, okay. Never mind. We're good. I'm not... That door scared the shit out of me. We're not getting axe murdered today. Woo! Well, the day's still young. That might not be true, but... Okay. Oh, thank you, chair. My desk chair is kind of weird, so I just sat in it this time, and it just completely lost all of its height, so now I'm, like, 5 inches below my mic. Anyway. But from what I know about genetic modification, because, okay, and this is one of my achievements that I am most proud of, when I was, 16, junior in high school, took the biotech class, same one where we talked about lab-grown meat. Fun fact, my presentation was on cloning, because I've always thought cloning was really cool. You know what? Okay, simply because I'm here, I'm gonna say this. Cloning, no, you would not, like, clone a person and then have the clone be the same age as the person. You'd have to grow it up from a baby in like, real time. So if you were to clone me right now, 21-year-old me right now, my clone would be a baby and also be 21 years younger than me, and it would age like a normal person. And also, clones are not mental copies. They are simply, like, physical carbon copies. So it would look exactly like me. It would have my genetic coding. However, even within genetics itself, there are, mutations that happen anyway, so it probably wouldn't, after a certain period of time, be a perfect carbon copy of me anymore anyway. But the mental, so, like, the memories, the experiences that made me have my personality would not be passed on to the clone either, because that's not how physicality works. However, on the topic of that and genetic modification specifically, we have CRISPR technology, CRSPR, I think, or I think there's an I in there somewhere. Anyway, I don't remember what it stands for, but it is like real world how we genetically modify things. And I don't think it had anything to do with E. coli. Because is CRISPR recombinant DNA, or are they two different things? Okay, I'm gonna just use recombinant DNA to talk about this specifically because I know it's called recombinant DNA. And basically what we did is in class, we had some bacteria that we genetically modified to be artificially bioluminescent. So it wasn't bioluminescent before. We did some recombinant DNA. We rearranged some of the DNA coding, and then it was. That was probably one of the coolest things I have ever and will ever do. But recombinant DNA is basically where you pick out certain strands of the DNA and then replace them with something else. So I don't think that has anything to do with E. coli, though, because you're literally just... Well, but what actually does that? I don't remember. Because in the terms of the bacteria, we just kind of had to break down the cell walls so we could, get to the DNA to remake it. You know what? Science is fucking crazy because it does not sound like I'm talking about a real thing, but I swear to God, this is a real thing that I actually did. So, yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with E. coli specifically. I don't know. That'll be something I do more research into, and next stream I'll talk about it because that's kind of cool, actually. Okay, back to reading. Okay, links to E. coli prove the opposite, genetic modification, blah, 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 blah. Okay, DNA is inserted into the cells of the animal. That's where we were. It is proven that mutated forms of E. coli resulting from the cloning process could get into the gut of a person or animal that eats the genetically modified food. Okay, fair, I guess. Because of how hard it is to pinpoint the source, the truth of what caused the E. coli outbreak will likely never be found. Yeah, that's the other thing, is like it actually is really hard to pinpoint sources specifically, again, unless it's something like super obvious because it's literally the only variable there. Like there's nothing else that it possibly could be, which obviously in things like that, not really how this works. Because we consume so many various types of food. That would be basically impossible to pinpoint. Despite Happy Meat Farms' claims that they don't use GMOs, they still spend millions of dollars to prevent laws that would make it mandatory to label GMO-based products. Yep. See, now I know that you're definitely GMOing your products. Why didn't I just say genetically modifying? I don't know. On October 18th, 2015, the Grocery Manufacturers of America revealed that Happy Meat Farms quietly funneled large donations through the trade group to oppose Initiative 522, a Washington ballot measure that would require groceries containing genetically engineered ingredients to be labeled as such. Well, it is not looking good for you, Happy Meat Farms. Okay, America Now. Happy Meat Farms tortures animals with GMOs. Good lord. That's a bit of a step up from the other two. Videos taken from inside agricultural biotech company Happy Meat Farms have shed light on the horrors of the meat industry. I wonder who I heard earlier talking about the horrors of the meat industry, funnily enough. The video showed animals confined in cramped, filthy environments and force-fed monoculture diets of genetically modified corn and soy. Oh, I was right! Those were feeding tubes! Speaking of feeding tubes, I recently figured out how foie gras was made. If you don't know what foie gras is, it's basically just, in simple terms, because I don't know exactly what disease they have in the liver, it's either goose or duck liver that is, I believe, extra fatty because of, the horrible food that the ducks / geese are force-fed. So I hate foie gras. Happy I've never had it, and I'm never going to. Anyway, moving on. The use of GMOs has an astounding effect on the animals. Calves are born too weak to walk with enlarged joints and limb deformities. Oh, God. Yeah, see, that's already like... I don't want to say it because I don't want to be mean, because I know, like, maybe not this specifically, but, like, I do know that the current meat industry does have some horrific shit going on in there. Piglets experience rapidly deteriorating health, a failure to thrive so severe that they start breaking down their own tissue and organs, self-cannibalizing to survive. Yeah, that's what happens when you're starving. Is if you starve for long, like this will happen in humans too. If you starve for long enough, your stomach will start digesting itself. Many animals suffer from weak, brittle bones that easily fracture. As someone who recently, like in the last couple years, fractured their foot, yeah, that fucking hurts. Oh my god, I don't care if this is real or not. I still feel bad for these animals. Oh my god. Dairy cows develop mastitis? Mastitis. Painful udder infection. Aww. Beef cattle developed liver abscesses and an excruciating condition referred to as twisted gut. Oh no, that can... Okay, if that's what I think it is, that can happen in horses too, where their intestines literally, like, get out of place and twist up, like, inside of their abdomen. And yes, it will result in death, if left untreated. That is true. It all adds up to a lot of misery for animals unfortunate enough to be on the receiving end of Happy Meat Farms. To be on the receiving end of Happy Meat Farms Research and Development Department. Happy Meat Farms Research and Development Department has been shrouded in mystery ever since the creation of it in 2014. Okay. This is likely the genetically modified food. It is likely the genetically modified food is developed there, but there have been many rumors that modified soy and corn are only the tip of the iceberg. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. Huh. This is, you know what? I am absolutely fascinated by this. I will totally be revisiting this if I don't finish it today. Well, I doubt. How do you quote unquote finish an ARG? Aren't they like constantly up to? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. We're watching the rest of the video.
So-called journalism outlets. Fortunately, through various lawsuits, those reports have been redacted. To ensure our privacy is maintained, we'll be requiring all employees to sign non-disclosure agreements. Any attempts to leak information about Happy Meat Farms will be met with a swift and severe punishment. Psychological distress. It's no secret that working at Happy Meat Farms can sometimes be a stressful experience. As an employee at our facilities, you hold the balance between life and death in your hands, and we understand that could put a strain on your mental health. That's why we require...
Oh. Okay, that's my... Damn, hang on. Okay, that's not the video, that's my computer's fault. Ah, boo! Okay, well, I guess we're gonna let that load. Already read the... Why is that highlighted? Why is that highlighted like a... That's weird. Okay. That's gonna start randomly playing again and scaring the shit out of me. What happened? Hopefully my stream isn't messing up too bad either. Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave that unpaused and hopefully it scares the shit out of me because that would be funny. Okay. Oh. I genuinely... I thought so. Hey, OBS reconnected. Let's go. Okay, yeah, like I said, it was my computer. Well, why are you being a bastard? Okay, not really sure. Oh. Is it working again?
all employees to attend weekly mandatory counseling.
Hey. Damn it. Okay, not really sure what's going on. So I guess I'm gonna keep reading. She says with avid uncertainty. Yeah, I have no idea why my internet just dropped out. That's weird.
Session.
Oh. I'm guessing that video is an indicator of how well my internet's doing.
Completely free of charge. This is a time where you can be open about your feelings. And
Hang on. It says disconnected. It's reconnecting. Wait a damn minute. Okay, we're gonna go back to like 109. We're gonna go back to there. Did it work? Am I back? I should be back. Maybe it's good. Okay, we're doing another adventure. The hell is happening? Okay, it seems like in real life, the horror atmosphere is messing with me, so there's that, I guess. We're going on another adventure. You know what? I'm taking my dagger. Yes, I have daggers. Okay. You're gonna hear me in the other room. Hello? Is there somebody else here? Is that why my internet is fucking up? Well... Okay, so the weird thing is I don't see anything outwardly amiss. Hi, you can hear me getting closer to the mic. I don't see anything outwardly amiss. However, the universe does seem to be fucking with me since I'm doing horror stuff today, I guess. So that's fun. I'm gonna keep this over here. Actually, I want my dagger. Okay, here we go. It's looking a little better. Am I still cutting out? I'm gonna be so upset if I'm still cutting out. Oh no, that looks a lot better. Okay, then it did. Okay. As soon as I say that. I think I just need to stop acknowledging it. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, moving on. Here we go. I don't need that one anymore either. Okay, here we go.
Health. That's why we require all employees to attend weekly mandatory counseling sessions, completely free of charge. This is a time where you can be open about your feelings and tell us whether you've witnessed anything that seemed out of the ordinary at the facilities. It's not uncommon for employees under stress to hallucinate or even make up claims about seeing.
The eye imagery is really odd to me. No! Ugh! What is happening? Literally nobody else is even here right now, so I don't know why it's being weird all of a sudden. Okay. And it still didn't work. Okay, I don't know what to do because I don't know how to fix it. Mainly because I don't know why it's being a bitch. Flip a dip. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna make the call here. I'm gonna attempt. If you can even hear me. Because it still says reconnecting. Okay, so it just said reconnection successful. So I'm going to make the call here. and say, we're going to attempt to get through this employee orientation video, and then I'm going to stop here for today because I guess the universe wants me to stop at an hour. I guess. Okay. So we're going to try and do this. Okay.
Something strange. If you think you've seen anything unnatural about the products or people at Happy Meat Farms, just repeat this simple saying. It's all in my head, and I shouldn't worry about it. Stay in your work area. There are several areas in Happy Meat Farms that are strictly off-limits to unauthorized employees, so make sure you stick to your designated work area. The R&D department has many new exciting innovations in the works, and to ensure that these stay confidential, access to this building is strictly limited to R&D personnel only. You may be asked to help transport products to and from the R&D department. If this is the case, it's best to avoid asking questions or looking at things you aren't authorized to see. You may be surprised to hear that Happy Meat Farm's biggest and most impressive facility is actually its HR department, almost doubling the size of our northern breeding facility. While it may seem strange to have such a large HR department, it's just because Happy Meat Farms cares so much about its employees and their well-being. The HR department is also the most restrictive site in the entire grounds, and no one is allowed inside. Once again, you may be asked to help transport products to this building, but under no circumstances can you enter or look inside. We're so excited to have you as a new member of the Happy Meat Farms team. You are now a small part of the start of the new world.
Okay, well, I'll leave some final thoughts before I sign off for the day. If I didn't already know something was wrong here, I now definitely know something was wrong here, because the only times people say, oh, only authorized personnel are allowed to see this, you're probably doing something twisted. You're probably doing something twisted. I'm just gonna say it. So if I didn't already know something was wrong, I definitely know now. The eye imagery, I think it dropped frames like right as I started talking about that. The repeated imagery of the eyes, not only in like the video on the first video we saw on like the homepage, right? That had eye imagery at the end. This one had eye imagery in it as well. I'm fascinated by that. I am, Also, and I feel like we're going to figure this out, and I'm not going to, this is going to be the blowfly incident all over again. What the hell is in that HR department? What the hell is in that HR department? It does not need to be a bigger building. And also, it's HR. Why would there be any products there? It's HR. That's human resources, dude. Why would there be products there? Why would you have to take cows there? I'm sussed the hell out. Also, okay, I am gonna say this. I absolutely love this so far. Okay, final thoughts for the day. I love this so far. Oh my god, this is so well made. I'm loving the lore. I am loving every second of it. I will absolutely be continuing to explore. I'll probably look a little closer at I might go back to the quote-unquote creation date of this company. Excuse me. I might go back in the calendar to like the creation date of this company and see what else I can find. I just don't want to click all the way back to 1983 and make you poor people watch, because that would be boring as hell. But I am so fascinated by this. Oh my god, I am so excited for when it starts getting into the freaky deaky stuff. And I honestly, okay, at first I was going to say like, oh, the research and development is going to be like, that's where everything's going to be, going wrong. That's going to be the problem. But after that video, I think that's going to be where it's at. I think that is going to be, so we're going to save that one for last, I think. I am so, okay, you know what? We'll read everything else on this page and then I'll call it a day, and hopefully it's fine from here. Okay. What can HMF do for me? Being a part of the HMF team gives you access to many different benefits. The knowledge that you're making a real difference in making the world a better place. Sure. Access to top-of-the-line health insurance. Okay, sure. Free mandatory weekly counseling sessions. Yeah, see, you free, great. Mandatory, not so great. Knowing that we care about you. You know, you seem to really be pushing that, which makes me think you don't actually care. It's that one saying where it's like, thou doth protest too much. If you have to tell me that you care over and over and over again, I'm gonna start thinking that you don't care. Are you trying to convince me or yourself? Financial insurance for your family in the event of your untimely demise. I mean, I guess it's dangerous, but Jesus, why did you... Untimely demise? Why did you say it like that? You could have just left it at financial insurance for your family. In case of an unfortunate event? No, that also sounds... Just financial insurance for your family. Just leave it there. You could put the caveats in the fine print. Untimely demise? Yeah, I'll be real. The way I said it didn't make it sound any less menacing. I'm not gonna lie about that. The opportunity to work your way up the company. Cool. Being a part of the new world. They're also really pushing that, like the new world idea, which I am fascinated by. Okay. Poisoning. Oh, I didn't read this one. Okay, I read the recontextualized one. I don't think I read this one. Another fake news article redacted. Yeah, I think I just read the title. Last year, an article was posted by an online publication called The Daily Plant, accusing HMF of, quote, poisoning competing animal farms. This was clearly a blatant lie, and after a long year of legal battles, the article has finally been redacted and the publication was forced to pay HMF for damages. Ooh. That's the thesis. Okay, let's see what this last one is. I'll read it, and then when I click on it, I'll change the background for a second. September 28th, 2021. Recent video was posted on YouTube appearing as if it was a leaked video from HMF's private R&D department files. The video features horrifying animal experiments and is obviously 100% fake. Rest assured, we will find who posted this and handle them accordingly. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna do this for a second, and then I'm gonna really trust in the links here. Really trust in the links here. I am fascinated by this. Wow, what a fascinating first video. In my recommended. Awesome. That's great. Okay. Here we go. Back to browser. Yeah, I guess. Hang on. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. No. Why is that zooming out? Okay. We're ignoring that video. Can I even show this? Yeah, oh my god, yeah, send to HR? Ooh, HR is gonna be, Ooh, HR is gonna be good. Oh, HR is gonna be good. I love how I'm sitting here like, can I even show this? Can I even show this? I mean, I guess I did put a warning for gore on there. Jesus. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'll start playing this again in a second, but like, I am so fascinated by this. Oh my god, that is, the amount of effort put into this is fucking astounding. Oh my god. That is so, I wanted, also that one that was like, quote, blurred for viewer safety and whatever, I saw it, you know, be unblurred for like a second, so I'm definitely gonna go back and find that. Holy shit, this is so cool. This is only cool because I know it's not real. Oh god, I love this in the way that I love Frambo. Oh my god, yes. Speaking of, I will be playing that again. Okay, back to the video. Oh my god, oh my god, this is fascinating. Okay, that actually kind of scared me. Okay, it says it's not connected, so. Can you reconnect? Please? Oh man. Something really doesn't want me talking about this, I guess. Wow, okay. Sorry for the people on recording. Damn. Damn. That last picture actually kind of scared me, for anyone who can hear me. I don't just want to sit here in silence, but I don't know what to do because it says reconnecting. Can you not take 20 seconds to reconnect? God, that took 7 attempts for that to reconnect. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, so I guess we're getting through this page and then I'm stopping because Happy Meat Farms doesn't want me to cover it, I guess. Okay. Let's see if we can continue. That last picture actually kind of scared me. Like, that had the hairs on the back of my neck standing up, like the chill down my spine. Oh my god, this is so well made. I also can't get over that first recommended video because why is that there? I literally don't. I only watch like the analog horror stuff on this. I have a browser specifically for my YouTube. I don't watch stuff other than what I do for my YouTube on here. How does analog horror have anything to do with it? Anyway, I'm ignoring you, YouTube. I'm ignoring you. Well, yeah, it escaped, dude. That looked terrifying. Well, that's horrific. I kind of love that actually, though. Oh my god. That is so cool. This is so well done. Oh my god. Rest assured, we will find out who posted this and handle them accordingly. 'Cause I think it's absolutely from your company. I think that's what it was. Just saying. Okay, I guess I'll read these last two things and then I'll go. And I'll take a screenshot of the... Well, hang on. Because I'm not going to remember to do that. So we're going to do this. You go here. No, shush. Don't start playing the video. Okay, where is that? Where's that damn pig thing? Here it is. Nah. 9. Shush. Okay, hang on. Okay, that's gonna be rough. Oh, wow, wouldn't you know it? That's the most replayed part of the video because everyone else is also trying to find it too. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm not gonna be able to pause it that fast, so I'm gonna have to... Well... Further study required. I am... Oh god, that is twisted. I kind of got a good look at it for a second. It's a really gross pig. That, I am fascinated by this. Hopefully all of you are having as much fun as I am, because this is really cool. Okay, I'll read these last two, and then I'll sign off for the day, because I have had enough of these damn internet problems. Right as I say it, too. Good God. Okay, here we go. Research and development. The R&D department is a team of trusted, extremely talented scientists discovering new ways to change the meat industry. R&D personnel can access the department's portal with their unique RDID code. Human resources. We care about our humans and the resources that they can provide us. HR personnel can access the department's portal with their unique HRID code. We care about our humans. Ah, yes, because I too am a human, and we care about humans. Because I am a human too. Post. That is, oh my god, yes. I love how subtly off-putting it is. I do. I enjoy how subtly off-putting it is. I am absolutely going to have to put some trigger warnings on this. I mean, I guess at least I did on here because I did click the gore thing, so I guess at least I can show it on Twitch. I don't know if I can post that on YouTube. To trigger warnings, I guess. Well, it's not like I'm trying to monetize it. Well, it's not like my channel's monetized, so what are they gonna do? Demonetize me? Good luck. It's not monetized anyway. So, wow. I'm like kind of at a loss for words with this too. Like, it's so cool and it's so well done. And it's literally like one of my favorite kinds of horror. That is... Because also, one thing you should know about me, and this is also why I like the game Franbo so much, is because the storytelling is fabulous. The art style is fabulous and all the other stuff. But like, body horror is probably one of my favorite kinds. Because it's even better when it's based on things that could happen. So like the one cow that had the eye growing on the stomach, right? I think they're called, I'm probably going to get the name wrong, but they're like teratomas or something. Hang on. Yeah, teratoma with eyes. Yeah. okay, I'm not going to show this because this is like real, and it's pretty upsetting to look at, because again, this is a real thing. So before anybody does it, be warned. I'm not going to tell you not to look it up because you can do whatever you want and I can't stop you. However, I will say, if you look up teratomas with eyes or with teeth, basically what teratomas are is they are tumors that can grow on people or animals, and they have, like, the characteristics of these tumors is they grow, like, low-key, they grow body parts. Not like arms or legs, but like eyes, teeth, hair, right? And these are real. This is an actual thing that can and does happen to people and animals. So I'm going to tell you now because I'm looking at it. If you look up teratomas, be warned, it's pretty nasty. It is pretty nasty. But like, that's what it kind of reminds me of. But like, in the terms of that cow with the eye on its stomach, like, it kind of reminds me of that, where it's like, it could be realistic, but for the sake of horror, they're, you know, taking it past what would be real. That is, God, I love this so much. That is so cool. It's so cool. It's so well done. The thought and the time put into this. Oh my God. I am so excited to come back to this. I'm really excited that this was the one I chose. Ooh, this is going to be good. I think I am going to start doing my analog horror series again. And just because I guess we're coming to the end of it now, because we'll stop here for today. While I'm thinking about it, I will start doing the analog horror series again, but I will also start doing the meme streams again. So, if you guys would like, and if the link is working, in fairness, join the Discord. There's a subsection where you can send memes to. Please keep it appropriate and don't send things that would get me banned, please and thank you. Appreciate it. But I will be reacting to those again. So yeah. Probably a lot safer than reacting to Reddit, because I trust y'all to not do things that would get me banned. I don't trust Reddit to not do things that would get me banned. Yeah, so yeah, but I think I'm gonna leave it here for today. I'm gonna put it back on this because God, this is really cool. I'm so excited to keep like explore. The next thing we're gonna do is the research and development department. Okay, so apparently, and these are the other passwords I have. So I have the research and development, I have the IT department, which I haven't seen on here yet, the HR department, and I'll leave the last one as a surprise, but there is one more. But that's a surprise. So we'll get to that one when we get to that one. So I'm very excited. And oh my God, I'm like still in awe. You can probably tell, like, I am still just in awe of this because it's so cool. And I'm not entirely sure how to react to it properly, but it's so well done. Oh my God. Beautifully done. So yeah, I think I'm going to sign off here for today before the internet drops out again. So, yeah, have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night, wherever it is you may be. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this, if you're here on the stream and you liked this, you can go check out my YouTube. If you're on the YouTube channel, go check out my Twitch. Either way, drop a like because it lets me know that you like my content and like what I'm doing, and hopefully, you know, it's good. Also, any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. I am always open to suggestions, and yeah, because I love this kind of thing. So if you know any other secrets about this, or like any other things that you're like, oh, you might miss it, but like you should look at this, or if you have just other things that you're like, oh, if you like analog horror, you should do this one. sure, drop it in the comments. I look at them. I might not be the best at responding all the time, but I do try to respond when I see them. Well, okay, I do try to respond to everybody. And yeah, I do try to listen. So yeah. And I guess, sorry, it's going to take me a little bit of time to get back into doing outros. So I will try and keep this a little bit shorter than I am now in the future. But thank you all so much for watching. I know I already said it, but have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night, wherever it is you may be. And make sure to take some time to sit and watch the world go by. Void, signing off. Okay. What up, everyone, on YouTube? This is just a little after segment that I do. Yeah, I am so excited about this one. And I feel kind of bad because, like, I'm at a loss for words with it. So, again, if you have any recommendations, any critiques, drop them in the comments. I will take a look at them. Otherwise, Void, signing off.